Hey guys, what's up? It's Carly and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my June TBR. I have about 7 books that I really want to read. I've actually already finished 2 books this month and I'm really glad for that because those were 2 books that I absolutely loved, and anyways, you guys will hear about it more in my recent reads video, which will also be coming soon. If you guys have seen my previous TBR videos, you would know that I have been doing like these 4 prompts sort of thing. Like I would pick a book out of a TBR jar, I would choose an audiobook, I would choose a book from a series, and then I would just choose another book. So I kind of came to a conclusion that it didn't really work for me that well. I am a mood reader, so I can't really stick to a certain list, if that makes sense. So I like to have my options open and still kind of have some sort of idea of what I want to read, but I don't know, it just didn't work for me. I tried it for 2 months and it did not work. So I think I'm still going to do the TBR jar, but other than that, I'm going to just choose whatever I basically like to read. So I'm actually just going to show you guys what I'm actually currently reading right now. I am currently reading 3 books, 1 audio and 2 physical, and my first physical book that I'm reading is Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. This is the 2nd book in the Percy Jackson series and I love it so much. This series is so good. I read these as a kid, but I really wanted to be back in this world and I love these stories so much. They are so good and so like impacted with adventure. It's crazy. And obviously this is the 2nd book, so I don't really want to say too much about it. If you haven't read this series, follow Percy and his 2 friends, and Percy finds out that he is actually a demigod, which means he is half god, half human. So pretty darn cool. I always loved Greek mythology. I learned about it, I remember, in 10th grade a bit, and it was so interesting. I loved it so much, and it made me really think back of when I read these books and how much I did really love learning about it. So I'm so excited to be back in this world. Oh yeah, I should probably say what page I'm on. So I'm in chapter 6 and I'm on page 66, so not that far, but then again, these books take literally no time to read, so yeah. Also, I really wanted to show you my bookmark because my coworker Laura, she made these bookmarks last year for Pride Month and she is absolutely amazing. I love her work and she's just awesome. She really needs to make like an Etsy shop or something because this is awesome. And the next book that I'm currently reading is The Help by Catherine Stockett. If you guys have watched my May TBR, you would know that this was on my May TBR list, but I am still on page 250 and I am on chapter 17, but I love this book so much that this is actually also a reread. I love this book so much that I really just want to take my time with it. It is so good. The writing is amazing. The story will blow your mind and it is just so good, so filled with detail, and it's amazing. I love this book so much. It's probably one of my favorite books of all time. Yeah. And the last book that I'm currently reading is on audiobook, and that is I Know You Know. Is it Gilly or Gilly McMillan? Gilly McMillan? I have no idea. But anyways, as I said, I'm listening to this on audiobook. There's no chapters, like there's no chapter numbers or anything, so I don't know what chapter this is, but I'm on page 52. And it's good so far. It's interesting. It's kind of at that, like, I'm still at the beginning where we're kind of getting information about what happened. So this book is about 2 boys, Charlie and Scott. That's what it was, Charlie and Scott, and they were actually murdered. It actually takes place 20 years after the murder, and it follows their one friend. I believe his name's Cody. Yeah, Cody. I'm forgetting all these characters' names. It follows this guy named Cody who actually has a podcast about kind of discovering what happened to his friends, and he wants to know what happened. And then we also follow Detective Fletcher, who was on the case back in the 90s, and now he's actually back because a murder actually just happened in the town. There was a murder that happened actually around the exact same place where these 2 boys were murdered, so it's kind of interesting to kind of see the detective's perspective and what he's been trying to figure out, and also the friend Cody's podcast, and it's actually really cool. And the audiobook is told in different voices, like different characters, so it's really interesting that way. So I really am enjoying the audiobook, but I'm still, as I said, I'm still at that beginning where it's kind of like getting into it, so nothing much has really happened yet. So, but yeah, I'm still enjoying this, so yeah. Okay, so now finally we are going to get in the books that I haven't started and want to read. Oh my gosh, this video is already almost 12 minutes, and yeah, this is gonna be a bugger to edit, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the TBR jar now and get that out of the way and show you guys what my pick is for the month. Okay, let's see. Okay. Alright, this one. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been having really good luck with my picks because the last 2 times I've done this, I have DNF'd the books. So yeah. Oh, okay, I'm actually kind of excited for this. It is Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which is actually right here. I have been meaning to read this for a very long time, as it is in the jar. But yeah, I believe this is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and it's about the Queen of Hearts, and I absolutely love Alice in Wonderland. Actually, you know what? It's kind of perfect for this. I'm actually wearing an Alice in Wonderland t-shirt right now. I'm wearing an Alice in Wonderland t-shirt right now. It says Curiouser and Curiouser, and it has Alice and the Cheshire Cat, and yeah. But yeah, anyways, this book is actually kind of perfect because I am wearing the t-shirt, so I mean, it's meant to be, right? So yeah, I'm actually really excited for this. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I heard a lot of people do love this. I know it's not as good as the Lunar Chronicles, but I heard that this one is also very good. But I still have not read the Lunar Chronicles yet. I have read Cinder, but I need to reread it because I forget everything that happens. But anyways, that's a topic for another video, but yeah, nonetheless, I'm very excited to actually read Heartless finally. Alright, and the next book that I'm planning on reading in June is actually a children's classic, and that is Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne? M-I-L-N-E. How would you pronounce that? I don't know, but this cover is honestly the cutest I've ever seen. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It is so cute, and there are illustrations. I love it. I don't even know what edition this is. I think this is oh, duh, Carly, it says right on the cover, Puffin Modern Classics Edition. So this is so cute. I have always loved the story of Winnie the Pooh, and I grew up watching the movies and watching the show, and I remember the show, I think it was on Disney Channel. I mean, it must have been on Disney Channel, but yeah, it would have been on Disney Channel. What am I saying? But yeah, I used to watch the TV show all the time. It was so good. I loved it so much, and I'm very excited to actually finally read the story of it. Alright, and the next book that I am planning on reading is actually another reread. I know I've been doing so many rereads so far this year that it is honestly crazy, but actually, I don't think I've ever mentioned on my channel before, but I have not actually read the Dark Artifice series by Cassandra Clare, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget details of what happens in the other books, so I'm gonna start from scratch and start with City of Bones, because I used to love this series when I first read it, but I did like the Infernal Devices a bit more, but I still really enjoyed these books, and I really want to reread it, and so why not? I'm going to. So City of Bones, I'm sure that you guys know this story by now. Yeah, so I don't really have to explain it, I don't think. And the next book that I'm planning on reading in June is one of my not new releases, what am I talking about? One of my recent purchases, Finale by Stephanie Garber. As I said, I've talked about this series before on my channel. I absolutely love Carvel and Legendary, and Finale came out last month, and I am so excited to read this. But then again, I don't really remember. I remember like the first half of Legendary, but then like the last half of Legendary just kind of like over my head basically. So I might just read some notes on it or something like that and then get into this. but I am really excited. This is the last book in the Caravel series, trilogy, I guess. And actually my edition is also signed, and I'm so excited about that. The last and final book that I'm planning on reading in June, and it is actually another fantasy. I know I've been kind of into like fantasy lately. That book is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third book in like the ACOTAR series, the Court of, oh my god, I totally just forgot A Court of Thorns and Roses, that's what it's called. This is the third book in that series, and I have not read it yet. I actually finished the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury, earlier this year I think, and I really enjoyed it, and I have been wanting to pick the next book up. But for me, Sarah J. Maas books are really heavy. They're very, like, it takes me a while to read them, and just because there's so much detail and there's so much going on that, like, it's such a heavy and high fantasy that I sometimes need breaks reading this because it is just too much. But anyways, nonetheless, I am finally going to pick it up. I may not finish it in June, but I'm hoping to at least start it in June. So yeah, we shall see. And I'm sure that you guys know what this series is about, because I mean, I'm pretty sure I have not met one person that disliked this series. So yeah, if you haven't read this series, definitely read it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and got to see a little bit of what I am planning on reading in the month of June. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more bookish content from me. And I hope you guys are having a good week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.